Hey folks, Bernakevitch here with All Points Design. That's allpointsdesign.ca. And today we're talking about the Oregon State University Permaculture template. Now, at the end of each of your assignments, almost all your assignments, not each one, but almost every one, we're going to have the opportunity to conduct a SWOT analysis, which is a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats analysis. And this gives us a moment to look back and reflect upon the data we've gathered and we have presented within the assignment to give us a better sense and to give our grader a better sense of, do we completely understand the site? Now, as we've gone through the climate of our example site, there's been some good strengths and there's been some weaknesses that we need to be aware of. There's been some opportunities and there's been some threats. So first and foremost, we want to take a look at the strengths. Now, I've already gone through and put this together. So all I'm going to do is just highlight this material and paste in. So we've got lots of sunlight, good exposure on the lot. Summer storms to recharge soil and passive water collection. We have warm Chinook winds. We have a lot of strengths here on the site. Now, that last one, warm Chinook winds, is also a bit of a weakness because of the quick change of temperature. Plants and vegetation in the area around Calgary have had to grow adaptations to be able to deal with those quick warms and those quick cools. So warm Chinook winds is also a weakness. There's a very short growing season, very cold winters, and lack of light in the backyard. Now, as always, if any of the blue prompts are getting in the way of what you're doing, you can always and should delete them. And as we get into this next conversation, we're going to be taking a look at the opportunities. So what are the opportunities on this site? Well, what I've been able to see is that there's ample sunlight for planting. There's good yearly rain distribution for rainwater harvesting. And generally, there's space to further be outside and enjoy the lot / the oasis. Because again, that's the thesis. That's the main point for these clients. They're very keen on that idea of an urban oasis. And then finally, threats. So threats are external to the site. They are usually uncontrollable. And we have to adapt internally to the site. And if we work towards addressing the threats, everything else usually improves. So for example, in this area, because we have frosts, I might use multiple tree levels to take care of younger, more tender plants close to the ground to help to disperse some of the cold air. Or I might design so that way the cold air comes off the site. Snow any time of year, I may have quick and easy ability to put coverings over some of the plants. And cloudbursts, a huge amount of rain in a short amount of time, I may design the site in such a way so that way it can handle a lot of rain and can use it, and then ensure that once it gets to capacity, that overflow is still a resource for some place on site. Finally, we go down to the conclusion or the notes section. And the conclusion or the notes section is really what you understand about this site and what you're thinking as you're going into the design. So Calgary has many extreme weather phenomena. A design for this site will need to articulate around these extremes. Lots of sunlight allows, little typo, for potential multi-story photosynthesis. So lots of different plants at lots of different levels. Major snowfall in winter could be an opportunity to hold snow on contour and shaded hedges for slower melt in the spring. So snow is a 10-to-1 ratio. If you have 10 centimeters of snow, you end up with 1 centimeter of water. And if we slow that melt in the summer, or if we have ways to hold that on contour, then we can recharge or extend the recharge of these areas that come into the spring and into the summer. All right, folks, looking forward to seeing the next one.